From the station that brings you local news first, you're watching Fox 4 News at 6:30.
Good evening and thank you for watching Fox 4 News. I'm Austin Sack. Logan Wilbur and Lena Takata are on assignment. We begin tonight with an election update. Mesa County Commissioners have approved an agreement in how to replace all equipment decertified by the Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold. With a vote of 3-0, Dominion voting systems will be used as a primary voting system in the upcoming election on November 2nd, 2021. I attended today's Commissioners meeting for one of the largest public hearings in Mesa County history and report with the latest. Mesa County Commissioners had a tight deadline of August 30th to announce which voting system Mesa County will use in the upcoming election. Mesa County Commissioners have passed an agreement to continue the county's contract with Dominion Voting Systems. During the announcement, many community members shared their concerns with Dominion and continued their fight for paper ballots.
Just because we don't come to the same conclusion doesn't mean we aren't listening to you.
The signed agreement to continue using Dominion voting systems through 2029 came at a cost of just over $93,000 for year 2022, with a 2% annual increase thereafter. Colorado is known as the gold standard of elections, but residents in Mesa County now want the same standard in the county with the removal of Dominion voting systems.
I'm here to encourage you to create an actual gold standard in Mesa County and show our Secretary of State what that really looks like.
Community members all had the opportunity to voice their concerns with the Dominion voting systems and still chose to advocate for paper ballots.
There are other options. You saw by the hands that went up. We are willing to count paper ballots in order to make sure that this is legal and done correctly.
Mesa County Commissioners believe that with the continuation of Dominion voting systems and a hand count, both sides of the argument will have their needs met.
I think paired together with a machine, we can get everybody comfortable. I know a hand count only makes you guys comfortable. There are those out there that want a machine count because they don't trust a hand count. Why not do them both?
In addition to the Dominion contract, a ballot audit review module will be added to allow voters to see all ballot images. I am now joined in the studio by Chief Meteorologist Russ Pappas. Russ, let's take a quick look at the weather with the first forecast.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going into the evening hours and things are going to be very nice outside. Get out and check that sunset. A little after 8 o'clock tonight, you'll see a couple planets up in the sky. Still that moon, big and bright, not full, but big and bright. We're coming off of a blue moon last weekend. I renamed it the Peach Full Moon. I don't know if you got that memo Friday night, but it is beautiful outside tonight. Clear. I won't even say cool because our average low temperatures tomorrow will be achieved. Mid-50s, near 60-degree readings. Today we're coming off of, we came off of a breezy day. Not bad. I think we withstood it quite well. We'll see some more wind tomorrow. You'll feel it tomorrow afternoon. Red flag warnings exist until 8 o'clock tonight for the northwest corner of Colorado. If you have friends or family in the western Rio Blanco, Rangeley, or even into the up into the northwest corner, not the Four Corners. That's where we're going to experience probably some stronger winds again tomorrow. And this is all focused ahead of our approaching storm system. We actually have rain in the forecast this week. I'll tell you a little bit about that, what it's going to do, how long it's going to be around. In the meantime, we get to squeeze out one more day of hotter than average temperatures. Full forecast details coming right up.
Thanks, Russ. And speaking of that red flag warning, Colorado and certainly the Western Slope is no stranger to wildfire season. To help prevent future wildland fires, the Two Rivers Wildfire Coalition has launched its first fundraising campaign. The initiative recently kicked off and will continue until September 30th. The Western Colorado Community Foundation has partnered with the Wildfire Coalition, and all donations up to $5,000 will be matched. Organizers say funds from the campaign will allow the coalition to pursue larger grants for local wildfire fuels reduction projects and support fire-wise communities.
The primary hope with the fundraising opportunity is not only the mitigation work, but also education, and education can take many forms. So one thing we can do is, how do we mitigate wildland fire by preventing it from starting in the first place?
In the past 3 years, there have been 2 wildfires in the Colorado State Park Connected Lake section. Officials say fires continue to threaten property, homes, and wildland, but the opportunity to prevent them in the future is now. If you would like to support the Two Rivers Wildfire Coalition and the launch of their first fundraising campaign, head to westernslopenow.com where you can access more information on wildfire prevention. 2 marijuana dispensaries recently applied for relocation in the town of Palisade. As we told you last week, Palisade trustees have approved the move of the dispensary Happy Camper. Our Riley Spence has more on why the dispensary Colorado Weedery did not get the same authorization.
Palisade's Happy Camper dispensary is celebrating its approval for relocating just off of Interstate 70 near exit 42 at the north entrance of town.
We are so excited. First of all, I want to thank the town because, we had to come with a plan and an idea, and we did. And we tried to just do all the work necessary to make it happen, and they were so open to it, and we met all the expectations and all the requirements, and it was very humbling.
This move follows issues with parking and traffic at the dispensary's current location on North River Road. Just 1/4 mile from the Happy Camper's new plot of land is property the Colorado Weedery requested to buy. However, they were not approved. The Colorado Weedery's owner says the board's rationale for rejecting a conditional use permit is due to grapevines on the property, stating their removal would deteriorate the property's historic value. Palisade's development director attributes the rejection to zoning issues.
These sorts of requests is a conditional use permit, and both go through public hearings. And so ultimately, it's the decision of the Board of Trustees in regards to whether that particular application or that particular proposal meets the criteria that are outlined not only in our code, but are also part of the hearing. The Wine Country Inn has since closed on the property. Regardless of whether one or both dispensaries relocate, one thing remains true. The north entrance to Palisade will look different in the coming years. For Fox 4 News, I'm Riley Spence.
Thanks, Riley. The Colorado Weedery dispensary says it plans to reapply for land in the future. The spirit of competition stays with us at any age, and that's more than evident at the Western Colorado Senior Games. Events are taking place all around Grand Junction this week, and our Cora Dickey is live in the studio to talk about what keeps the games and its participants going strong. Cora?
That's right, Austin. The Western Colorado Senior Games is back for its 20th year in Grand Junction. After canceled games last year, retirees and seniors are in action all week with sports like cornhole, bowling, and axe throwing. Men and women get to be athletic during their golden years in the Western Colorado Senior Games. The games also serve as an opportunity for seniors to be social and sporty among their peers.
That are always looking for something to do, and outdoor recreation is something that's really a big part of this community, and that means that the Western Colorado Senior Games is really meeting a need.
The Western Colorado Senior Games is a week full of sports that test and highlight the seniors' ability. It doesn't matter what your age is, as long as you're in it to win it. 100 years young Ellen Roberts is competing during her 17th run out of the 2 decades Senior Games has been around. Competition means a lot, but what means most to her is staying mobile and active.
When I overgrew leakage of the heart, I loved all sports, so I do as many as I can. And that means more than all the medals to me, that to know I can still walk around.
One sport that's new to the games this year is axe throwing. This edition keeps the interest sharp among competitors. After 3 rounds at Axology, participants feel having this sport added to the Senior Games is a bullseye.
The reason why we did it, actually signed up because I've never heard of it before. So we didn't know what to expect. So this is awesome. They can just stand in one place and throw. I know it's like throwing darts, but a lot heavier stuff.
The competition is fierce, friendly, and all for good, clean fun. Now the Senior Games are going on all week long with a health event at Lincoln Park featuring free screenings for skin cancer. I'll have the full schedule at westernslopenow.com. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Cora Dickey for Fox 4 News. Austin, back to you.
Well, thank you, Cora. Still to come on Fox 4 News at 6:30, we feature a club in Grand Junction that continues to support community organizations. Sports with Mike Krex is yet to come, and your full weather forecast is just minutes away. We'll be right back.